Welcome. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Welcome everyone to the interrogation room. Let's start with Corey. Corey, you have immunity tonight. You cannot be voted for. However, you still get a vote. Although you did not get to participate in deliberation with your society. So I guess now is your opportunity to see what you can find out. So let's start with you, Corey. Where's your head at?
That's what you're gonna ask me, girl. That is the most open-ended ask question I've ever heard. Where's my head at? I'm shitting myself. I'm sobbing. I'm projectile vomiting. But also, it was kind of fun and quirky to be on a different tribe for a minute. Like, I was not expecting that. And I also don't know who the fuck did that still. Like, someone say hi? Was it someone over here? Okay, well, I don't see any volunteers. So, I still don't know who did it. Um, like, how am I supposed to know who to vote? Like, someone give me the tea. Because I don't have any, because I wasn't here. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking now. Sorry.
Are we allowed to talk back?
Yeah, you can talk all you want to talk. This is your forum. Somebody here.
Someone on our team went to the room and put him there. I'm so confused.
I don't know if it was someone on this team or the other team. I still don't know who did it.
Couldn't it have been someone from the other team?
Yeah, I guess, but nobody told me that they did, so it's weird. I don't
Well,
know why they wouldn't.
who's gonna tell you?
Whoever did it, but they didn't.
Well, they probably want to keep it a secret, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't
Jakes.
Kevin, what do you make of all this? What is your the between Susie and Corey discussing? What's going on? Give me your expert analysis.
Your guess is as good as mine at this point. This vote has been all over the place pretty much all day. It's like there's this plan, and then oh, now we're doing this, and then oh, well, maybe this is just this. Like I have no fucking idea what's even happening at this point. We'll just have to see. I really can't give you much, and this is not me trying to be all quirky and be like, oh, I don't know, Topher. You'll just have to see. I generally just don't know, so we will just have to see what the fuck happens tonight, because Jesus Christ, this has been a day.
That's exactly what I expected.
Well, let's talk about all over the place votes. 4-3-1-1. Karen, you received 3 votes at the last interrogation room, and 1 vote goes a different direction, and all of a sudden we're telling a different story. Is tonight going to be as chaotic as last week?
I hope not. We'll see. I hate math, so you know that +1 really can haunt you. Yeah, it'll probably be crazy knowing this tribe looks at every single one of us. Just kidding. I'm really stoned. Go figure.
So, Marvin, when a vote is 4-3-1-1, does it immediately lead to everyone going back trying to figure out who's voting for who voted for who, where do we go this time, who can I believe, who can I trust?
I think it's pretty obvious who voted for who that last round with like I don't think we even had to have conversations as to where the votes were last time. It's pretty out there. As to what was the question again?
Well, let's start with that question. If it's very obvious, what in your opinion is the votes?
Tonight?
No, then, but we could talk about
Last
tonight as
time?
well.
Oh, I mean, it was, let's see, Corey, Karen, Kevin, Jacob for Nick. It was me, Jay, and Nick for Karen. Brian for Susie, and then Susie for Kevin. That's what I'm under the impression was the vote. So I may be wrong, seeing how
I didn't know all of that.
Yes,
So does anybody disagree? Is Marvin wrong? Does anybody want to say that, no, Marvin, that is not who I voted for last time? Okay. So, Brian, are the votes going to be very public this time?
Um, I'm not sure. I don't think they're gonna be public tonight, but who knows at the next interrogation room, regardless of who gets voted out, if they will become public again because this tribe is full of smart players and we'll probably figure it out. The surviving players will figure it out what has occurred tonight.
So, Jacob, it was announced publicly that there were 2 corrupted wiretaps. Does discussion about the wiretaps take place around each other, or do we keep all of our wiretapping private? Or non-Jacob? Maybe Jacob?
Thank you.
Question mark.
Question mark, period. Question mark. But yeah, no, at first I figured it was just due to just there being less players. The less players that there are less opportunities to get into rooms, and just the mitigating the opportunity of that rooms are not occupied at all, or 1 or just 2 people are going to be allowed into a room. So less rooms there are, the more likely that there are people choosing the same room. But I know that I was pondering about this a little bit, and I think that it could be just those negotiation chips were taken. Because that's apparently like the objective that we're like going for, getting those negotiation chips. That's like the one thing that's publicly out there we know each room has, and that could definitely play into a factor tonight. Of course, we can't corroborate which rooms that we end up in, but who may have been in this vault and who may have potentially acquired this type of advantage, and who was with who and who could have communicated or linked up with one another, that's always going to play a factor.
Jay, is there a fear of advantages getting played left and right?
I mean, there's always a fear. I mean, you never know what could be in the rooms. I mean, it'd be a number of things. And you don't know who's getting it, and you don't know who's keeping secrets from what, because this is like the only time so far that we've had to talk with the other side, and it stays in that room unless we're given information about what happened, things that went on in that room. So yeah, there's always a fear, especially with so many rooms available. So yeah.
Susie, do you think it's important to keep this society's business its own business, or do you think trying to find out but as much about the other society while sharing your own information, is it important to keep this society to itself and the other society separate, or do you want to cross mingle?
I mean, I am sure eventually there's gonna be a swap. I mean, so eventually something's gonna happen. Oh, something's gonna have to happen. So, like, we're all gonna be talking eventually. Is that what you mean? What do you mean?
I don't mean anything. I'm just asking a question. What do you mean, Susie?
Like, now before a swap? Like, talking to the other people? I mean, we're not allowed to, but like.
But you are allowed to in the wiretap room.
Oh, I thought we weren't allowed to talk about game in the wiretap room. I
You can talk about whatever you want to talk about inside the wiretap room.
Really? Oh, I literally thought you were like, you can't talk game.
That's icon behavior. Because I kind of thought the same thing, low key.
Yeah. Wait, I literally like I could have sworn
I asked.
I could have sworn you said you can't talk game, but like then again, what else? What do I really read? So I don't know.
So Susie's saying that she is not talking game in the wiretap room. Corey, do you feel that she's the only one not talking game, or do you think game is afoot?
Oh Lord, if it comes to the wiretap rooms, I don't know. I don't think that most of the stuff that happens in there is going to be like super, super relevant when it comes to like making alliances or whatever, but I think it'll be relevant more in like little twisty twists and stuff like that that we'll have to play around and shit.
So,
Okay.
Kevin,
Thank you.
when you see the vault open and then the vault close, and then you see that there are consequences every time the vault close, does that put you on edge?
Given what happened this round, yes, I think the first round we didn't quite know what exactly would happen with said consequences, but given what happened here, it's like we're never going to be able to fully predict everything that's going to be happening this round, and that's both scary but also exciting. It makes us both like, oh my god, can't wait to vote, but also, oh my god, can't wait to vote, you know? So it's like, yeah, there's definitely like a level of excitement, but there's also this level of worrying for sure. So I think it's kind of like a double-edged sword where it's like sometimes it's gonna be really cool what happens, and then sometimes someone's gonna disappear for a bit. We're gonna be like, what the fuck? So yeah.
So, Karen, last challenge, the first challenge was a blowout. The second challenge was a lot closer. Are we getting closer to a win?
Let's hope so. Maybe they're getting further away from their dumb luck. Also, stop. Like, I know the first challenge was a blowout, but from one of the people who at least almost completed all of the things on this side, it's insulting. Okay, like we're gonna win next time. That's yeah. What was the question? Their luck is running out. We're gonna it'll get better from here.
So, Marvin, is this society playing as individuals, or are you going to come together as a team?
I feel like it's a combination of both, because at the end of the day, you want to do what's best for the society at, moving forward. But at the same time, you want to look out for your own game. So it's a combination of both, realistically.
Ryan, will tonight's vote make this society stronger moving forward?
Yes, I think it will. If the vote goes how I'm thinking it will, I definitely think it'll make this society stronger.
All right. Mystery question mark man. What do you make all of this? Are we making the society stronger, or are we getting one step closer to winning this game?
It could be both, but regardless of what everyone's philosophy going into this round is, we are getting one step closer. Unfortunately, one of us will not be one step closer, but individual incentives, our own motives, the people whom we see longevity within this game, not all of us are going to agree. And we have to finally come to either what may be a consensus, what may be as a result of a divide, because last round was very much up in the air, fractured. Like, Nick didn't even technically get most of the votes. Nick just got enough. So something hectic can happen tonight, and regardless, I think now the priority went from the society at large to how do I become safe? And then we can do that. I think that's number one on everyone's list.
Jay, what are you hoping for when it comes to what is going to happen after this vote tonight?
I'm hoping we can win a damn challenge so we don't have to be back here. I'm getting tired of it. I mean, it's only been the second time, so I'm hoping that's like we can like come together, like even if it's like for like however long like we're in this tribe, like to at least win the immunities, because I don't think anybody wants to keep coming back here because it's just gonna make it more. It's gonna make it harder for us to continue playing the game in the future when we eventually have to merge with people. And it's gonna make it messier for us with these allies that we're trying to build relationships with. So yeah.
Susie, dare I ask you a second question?
Yeah.
If you had a metaphor for this game, what would that metaphor be?
Like a metaphor. Like I'm confusing like a metaphor and an innuendo. What do you define as a metaphor? Like
That's
So-
episode title.
If you were to compare this game to anything else in this world, just by
Oh.
comparison,
But I thought a simile was a comparison, not a
it's a synonym.
We're breaking it down. We're just getting to the bones of it
We just
here.
like
We're
arguing
getting
with each other.
warmer.
Like I say, like life is a highway,
Okay. Well, with that said,
and I'm gonna ride it all night long.
beautiful.
That's what
One
she
of
said.
one of you is about to go from being an amazing veteran of Kaleidoscope to 17th place. So what is going to happen now is I am about to go off camera and mute myself. While I am off camera and muted, please recast or bump your vote to the top of your prod chat. While I am away, you may feel free to discuss anything except for this game and the vote.
Okay, but I'm really offended because he said you're gonna go from an amazing veteran to 17th. What's wrong with 17th?
Yeah.
And the fact that if we get 17th, we're no longer amazing, I guess.
Honestly.
I mean, well, or me slash the mystery of it's Jacob, but the guy I'm being framed as was here. What's wrong with that? I feel offended, like indirectly, and I bet Jacob feels offended too. But I do want to.
17th is the best teenth.
Damn right.
Is
I'm
that
gonna,
so?
Sorry,
I don't know. I thought I was doing something there.
you were cooking, Kevin.
mean-
We were letting you cook.
It's a matter of opinion, I guess. If that's your truth, that's your truth.
But I do want to shout out. I don't know who watches this or when they watch it or when they can watch it. Shout out Haley and Benji, my two podcasts. And,
I would like to shout out Tony and Jesse, my two podcasts.
Shout out to Cammy, my podcast.
Shout out to my invisible podcast. We're vibing in there. We're partying and
Wait,
dancing.
same.
Shout out to Jess.
Love Jess.
Shout out to someone joining my prod chat, please. Like, I'm entertaining. Thank you.
there's like Pokemon cards make like a trade or like podcast with each other. I got a Benji. You wanna got an extra one? I got it. Oh, and shout out to my cat Bubbles. Oh wait, can you even see him? Where is he? Bubbles, Bubbles, Bubbles. My guy. Ugh. Yeah, I'll see him.
Bubbles.
It'd be really embarrassing if you couldn't see. There he is. He looks misshapen just because he's facing
There
the
he
other,
is.
but he does exist. My boy. He likes Big Brother more. It's okay.
It's tomorrow night.
All right. I have the votes. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. And the person with the most votes will have their credentials revoked and will become declassified, finishing in a very honorable 17th place because your placement does not define you. It just will not beat your previous placement. Okay. But before I read the votes, if anybody has a relevant advantage that they would like to play, now would be the time to do so. All right, I will read the votes. First vote. Kevin. Susie. Marvin. One vote Kevin, one vote Susie, one vote Marvin. Susie. Two votes Susie. Susie. Second person to have their credentials revoked and to become declassified.
Thank
Is-
you. It's been a good time.
Susie. Susie, you may speak your piece.
Oh, thank you, honestly. But good luck. Have fun. At least this time, hopefully this time, I wouldn't have been a blind mouse, right? Right, Marvin? There's no way this time.
You weren't. Not
Thank
at
you.
all. Not at all.
Thank you. But yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, the vote. So thanks. I'm glad I'm a threat to everyone. So that's like, which I mean, theoretically I am, because I like runner up, but we all know who the other runner up is here. So, but there will be a swap soon, I'm sure. So doesn't really matter. Anyway, Karen, you gotta, now that you're the only girl left, gotta bring it home.
All right. Thank you, Susie.
Hopefully we can all play again together at once.
Yeah. Thank you, Susie. It's been a pleasure. Goodbye.
Bye. I'll go look at my kaleidoscope now.
I'm putting up a heart. I'm just holding my phone.
Oh, thank you.
Love you, Susie.
I hope hopefully some conspiracies get talked about too.
Right.
Like, anyway. All right, love you all.
Bye, Susie.
Bye.
All right. It seems like you may have been able to come to a consensus on the vote. Now, can you keep it together for the comp?
Hopefully.
Debatable, but hopefully. If there's no dice.
Yeah, well, thanks for the vote. I'm assuming Corey.
No, I voted Susie. Thank you.
Okay.
I wish I voted you with that loud ass mouth.
We are still
Of course.
recording.
Still recording.